Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And today I want to do a true story episode about a crazy Axl Rose stalker. So this story really starts in 1995, and I'm sure a lot of you haven't heard the story before. And 1995 was a rough year for Axl. He was involved in litigation, Slash was out touring with Slash's Snake Pit, and the band was basically falling apart. So April 20th, 1995, Axl and his former wife Erin Everly settled their case out of court, with Axl paying her an undisclosed sum of money. So things should be going better for Axl, but almost a week later, on April 27, 1995, Karen McNeil, a deranged fan, broke into Axl Rose's house for the first time. So Axl Rose testified in a declaration saying, I was at home playing guitar at my kitchen table and heard a noise at the front door. He called out but received no answer. Axl assumed it was his housekeeper Betta and continued to play his guitar. Within a few minutes, Axl turned to his left and observed a woman he had never seen before. She was approximately 5'5" and very heavy. When she startled Rose, he asked her how she got into the house, and her response was, "I'm just here." She acted as though she did nothing wrong or unusual, stated Rose. After the police took the woman away, Rose found out she was Karen Jane McNeil, and she came from Ohio just to see Rose in answer to his psychic call. It also turned out she had been to the house 2 days before, standing outside his gate. Axl ended up pressing charges. So fast forward to May 4th, 1995, Karen McNeil reappears outside Axl's house, begging him to drop the charges. She is arrested again and sends Axl a letter from jail. "Good job," she wrote. "Just make a big laugh of me. Don't you ever consider how I feel? If this is you being a kind and loving person, I'd hate to see you as spiteful and curt. The day I was at your house, you said nobody there wanted me around." She said, "That's fine, I'll just find me a boyfriend." "Oh gee, aren't I a bitch? You're so self-centered. You say you won't give me control, goody, because I don't want it, but there is no way I can take my brain out and just hand it over. I can't even have my son full-time because of my head," she wrote. She caustically told Rose to go out and find a supermodel or groupie and have a one-night stand. "I guess none of my friends are in my head," she wrote in closing. "Maybe I should follow Kurt Cobain. I believe in reclamation also." So on May 12, 1995, Axl filed a restraining order against McNeil. So Betta claimed that McNeil had stalked Axl for almost 4 years and had been to his property 6 or 7 times. She also said the woman claims to be Rose's wife and believes basically if he doesn't belong to her, he doesn't belong to anybody else. His initial restraining order was actually rejected by the court, and then he filed it again in 1996 and 2000 and was granted the restraining order. So fast forward to 1997, Karen McNeil reappears outside of Axl Rose's house and is awarded another restraining order. So she was ordered to stay at least 300 yards away from Axl Rose at all times. Fast forward 3 years later to the year 2000, and Karen McNeil is arrested again trying to enter Axl Rose's home. So deputies of LA County Sheriff said that Rose called the Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff Station to report that a stalker was trying to enter his property. He added that deputies went to the area and arrested McNeil, who was subject to a restraining order involving Rose, and there were unconfirmed reports that McNeil was in Rose's bed when she was found by police. They confirmed that Neil was a suspect in prior stalking cases involving the singer. The same report said that speculation had been raging that week that the original lineup of Guns N' Roses are to reform, and it said the sources in the States claim that guitarist Slash, Duff McKagan, Izzy Stradlin, and drummer Steven Adler had been rehearsing in a secret location in Phoenix, Arizona. The band's management company, however, refuted the rumors at the time and said that Chinese Democracy would be released very soon. Ultimately, McNeil would spend a year in prison for violating the restraining order, and she also ended up stalking Justin Timberlake as well as Lars Ulrich of Metallica. So details emerged in the Justin Timberlake stalker case. So as previously reported, Timberlake's security team apprehended a woman who showed up at the singer's Los Angeles home claiming to know him. According to Justin Timberlake, this wasn't the first time the stalker Karen McNeil had bypassed his gates. After being apprehended, McNeil was taken to receive psychiatric evaluation. According to legal documents, McNeil made claims that she's God. She also reportedly said the reason why she went stalking Timberlake is because they were called to rule together. She went on to say that she's in danger of Babylon witches seeking to cast an evil spell on her. So Lars Ulrich ended up getting a restraining order for her to stay 150 yards away from himself or any members of the band or their fan club. So that basically does it for this episode of Guns N' Roses True Story. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Had you heard the story before? Let me know, and be sure to hit the subscribe button if you love Guns N' Roses as much as I do. Take care.